have to do that thing where I had to end it, and now I'm returning, and I moved a few things, as this one had to go to the bathroom after having her water. So again, if anybody can tell me why when I turn on the speaker that this somehow does not want to connect to it, I don't know. So again, we got stuff here. I did, put it how it would be. Again, this is a casing, in case people are wondering, and then that's, of course, the thing that harms, unfortunately, the elephants. Without saying anything. But yes, I believe I did have it turned on, because it wouldn't be going up and down. So again, if my Grandpa Ray can continue to use the spirit talker like he did, at least give me his name, I would like to know my aunt's name, if she can put it here. I've gotten on GhostTube already a few times. So I do apologize that somehow this speaker does not want to communicate to the app. I'll have to figure that out. The Necrophonic allows me to do it. Navy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Navy.
Yes, he was in the Navy. He was in, during the war, he was part of the Navy. Thank you. And that's, yes, he was. That's why we got the boat, or the water in the image, because my mom said he would also be on a boat because of the Navy. Nice. So again, it's becoming a little higher than 25% on, accuracy. So you're getting up there. We're going up to 10 more, so that's 35%. So far it's been accurate. At least between these two souls. Again, it could be an elephant, I don't know, from the part 1 of using Spirit Talker before interruption of Kitty. If you can say my cat's name, her full name, or her nickname, the one that's right here, this lovely beauty, fortunately stuck in a cone for the remainder of her life. But yes, that's awesome that I got that. Again, sorry, that's me in the chair. Raymond again!
Raymond.
Oh my god, it's totally my grandpa. I'm trying not to get overwhelmed here. Double confirmation here. Third confirmation would be if he were to tap that capo like he's been doing, that lets me know he's really here. Again, I turned this off 3 times because I had issues with it. Actually, probably 4 times because I couldn't get the speaker to, what's the word you want to say? Communicate to the device. I don't know why. Maybe I have to update it. Again, brand new app, so I thought it was up to date. But maybe you have to update the iPad. Arthur!
Arthur.
I'm sorry. Yes. Hi, Uncle Art. That is the husband of Aunt. He's here? I don't know what to tell you guys. This is amazing so far. The names that I'm getting are ones that I haven't said. Again, I've always said Uncle Art, Grandpa Ray. I haven't said their full name. If I get Aunt's full name, I don't know what, I'll just blow a gasket. I'll be like, what? I think they figured out how to use the Spirit Talker. Again, Navy is what he did for the part of the war to help. He also is telling me his name for the 2nd time. Yes, we were talking about
floating.
Floating. In the previous sessions, I asked him, does his spirit float? And he did say that they do float around. So he's floating around. Or he's floating on a boat. Are you enjoying this, Grandpa Ray? If you can let me know, all you have to do is, again, it doesn't have to be that couple. It can be any of them. Again, if you can even mention the other item that we use to help summon you, that'd be awesome too. I'd be just as shocked and surprised if I see that. Or, you know, again, where he normally goes to hunt, or what he hunted, or what objects I was using to summon him the very first time. But again, I would also like to hear from Aunt Key, but I think she's not really here. But it seems like her husband is, Uncle Art. So if she can tell me what type of pond was in her backyard, what type of, like, almost like potpourri or perfume, it had a specific smell to it, if they can tell me what that was. Also, there was a huge golden bronze statue that I just...
Two ladies here.
Oh. Well, it could be, again, he did have two wives, Peggy and Betty, or it could be one or either, and then my aunt. Again, if you can tell me that, I don't know if it was bronze or gold or something, but it was huge. It was almost the size of, to that pillow maybe, or not the pillow, but the blanket, like it was high. And it was one I just cherished. I think you know what it is. Again, of course, it's an animal that I adore in Africa. If you say that, then I know you're really here. I think you noticed that almost a good chunk of times that I visit her house, I would kind of like, I don't know, like gravitate to it. That's funny. We got Jeff in Cfanns live. Hey, wait. Jeff, again, he did say, hey, if anybody from the Elder Baloo meeting house wants to let her know that you want to go to say hi to her, just put your name. And I believe we heard Jeff. So if that's Jeff from the Elder Baloo Cemetery, hello. And then I don't know a Jeff by heart. I do apologize. Because, again, it's not ringing the bell. But Jeff, again, just today was a Cfanns Live. And he did say at the very end, if any of the spirits from that cemetery wants to say hi to me, all they have to do is say their name. And I remember hearing, I believe, Jeff. But of course, there's no Jeff when I search for it through the Find a Grave. So, because it's a more older cemetery. But maybe there's some spirit that happens to be a newer generation that had passed. And their family members are there. That's my assumption. So maybe it's a Baloo family. I mean, if you could say your last name, that's awesome. Because there's multiple popular last names in that cemetery of Rhode Island. I'm really here.
I'm really here.
I don't know if that's Raymond saying that, or Jeff, or Arthur. But yes, I believe you. I mean, of course, the triple confirmation would be someone were to tap these capitals. That'd be a whole nother world of spiritual, oh my godness. Are you liking this, kitty? I am a kitty. She has the little green eyes. Is baby around, you know? Mm-hmm. Again, in case there are spirits that aren't sure.
Harriet.
Harriet? Yes, I believe there was a Harriet in that cemetery. But in order to find that out, I have to put this down and go and get my phone. So, hold on. Sorry. Harriet. Elder Baloo. Hold on. Harriet. Is that his mom? Hold on. Please hold. I'm gonna look it up. That's me. Alright, Elder. Oops. Elder. Alright, sorry. I'm gonna look it up right now. Let's see. Right here. Of course I can't do it. Oh, wow. Look, y'all. Oops, actually, yeah, again, there's one. Right now, there's a Harriet Amelia Ballou. There's 7 of them. There's Harriet Webb Arnold, Harriet Brown Ballou, Harriet
Horrible things happen here.
Harriet Freeman, Harriet Mason, Harriet Miller, and Harriet Whipple. So again, Cfanns, if you guys are part of the Secret Squad, look at that. I got 7 Harriets. Maybe Jeff is tied to one of these Harriets as a maybe mom or a grandma or somebody. And then again, we did hear that during his session, saying that horrible things happen at that cemetery. So this went from having part of my family to now Rhode Island. And again, if you say your last name, yeah, I'll be stoked. Again, now I have 3 devices I have to use. 1, the one I'm filming on. 2, the one I'm getting the words from and the names. And then having to confirm the names. Again, I don't think there was a Jeff. I mean, it would be a deep, deep search on, yeah, see? Nothing. No Jeff. Oh, Bram. Hold on, Bram. B-R-A-M. Oh, not Bram. Bram.
Regret.
No Bram. Regret? You regret something? Yeah, there's no Bram. Okay, what do you regret? Do you regret hunting the big animals? Edge.
Edge.
Edge. Edge. You regret being close to the edge? Did you fall? I don't know. Okay, can you stop licking? I don't want to have to go to part whatever this ends up being. I need to just stick to part 2. This is going so well so far. Again, I got some people from, I'm assuming, the Elder Ballou Meeting House Cemetery.
Spirits walk.
Spirits do walk, as well as float. So are they saying that they're walking right now in my room? Again, I don't know if it's just coincidence, but the fact that I do remember, at least I felt like I remember hearing him say a name, Jeff. Aww.
You are loved.
Thank you. I think he mentioned that too. Uh-oh. No, I don't want to go in part 3, Kitty. Don't make me take you out into the bathroom. The other bathroom. I apologize to everybody that needs to... Okay, she's going to the water hole again. Okay. Thank you for saying you are loved. I'm assuming this could be any of the spirits from, my family to maybe from the Elder Ballou. Again, I helped people, that have passed with Find a Grave, doing my research, being a detective, putting families together that have passed. And today I did Margaret Arnold, and her maiden name is Boland, Bolan, and then sometimes it says Boland. I put her family together the best I could, and then of course her husband Louis Arnold and his family together. So again, I hope you guys appreciate what I do, even though you guys probably aren't aware of it, but that's what I do. Again, see, this is me. Oh, actually, you know what? I can even go to it. Because again, we got Marjorie, which I don't know if it is Woogieman 007's grandma, but there was 2 Margarets. And here's the one I did. Ta-da!
2.
2. There are 2 Margarets. Literally, there are 2 Margarets. Again, I only did the Margaret Boleyn Arnold today. Because the other one's only a few years old. She was a child. But again, her husband. So I added on the husband side, which is this guy. I added the parents, but they haven't been like approved yet, but I did do that. Wait, I just realized something. They're like really right here being observant and knowing exactly what I'm doing. Wrong area. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Wrong area.
I'm sorry, but again, she has 2 cemetery plots. There's a chance there's another headstone at Riverside Cemetery, which explains why there is no death year for her on this headstone that's shared with her husband. And then again, let me show you the picture real quick. If I can find a good picture of it. Hold on. Good quality here, good quality. Look at that, look at that. See? But again, if I go to the, this is like a detective thing going on at the same time. So again, that's why there is 2. Because I put the one that had the headstone. This one didn't. But there she is, listed on this cemetery. So are you letting me know that you were from Riverside Cemetery in Rhode Island? Margaret Arnold? Is this you? I'm enjoying this spirit talker. Almost more than, I'm only 6.
I'm only 6.
Hold on. Wait, who had, oh wait, hold on. I felt like, hold on. Was it a Mary? No, see, this one's 2 years old. I'd have to find out who this is, unless you could tell me your name. Is this Jeff? Is Jeff 6? Yeah, the other one's only 2 years old too. So again, Harriet. Oh, right. Hold on. Sorry, Harriet. Harriet. If there's a Harriet that's age 6.
Despair.
No, there's 1-year-old, 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and yeah. Nope, no Harriets that are 6 years old. Despair. But again, oh wait, I am only 6. Is that like a sibling maybe? I gotta go back. Being a detective, you gotta do all you can. So again, Margaret. And then I have to go to Louise, and then the kids, children.
Walker.
Oh, Walker. Hold on. But again, their son was 33, not 6. I'm gonna try Walker in this cemetery first. How do you say Walker? Nope, no Walker there. I mean, there's obviously Walters, I know that. That's a given name. Please hold as I do research at the top of my head here. Walker. No, there's no Walker. Unless it's a last name? Walker. No, no Walker there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a walker. Unless you could tell me the cemetery you're at. I'm going to try again Riverside and see if I can put the last name Walker. Sorry, I gasped. I got altars at the Riverside. There's 16 with the last name. Good Lord, I have to do math here? Nah, she looks too old.
We are delighted you're here.
Good. Too old. Right? Again, the math is not saying 6 years old. But there's a bunch of walkers in the cemetery. No, that's third. No. It's a boy. Maybe. Okay, Gladys, 91. No. 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 And no. What did I see? You guys are seeing me live doing research here.
Plague.
Plague. Well, yes. I'm pretty sure you probably passed away due to the plague. Is this the kid that's 6 years old that has maybe a last name Walker? Again, you're maybe, I don't know, are you from Rhode Island? Can you tell me that at least? I just think that's interesting how one of the cemeteries has Walker as a last name. Unless I spelt it wrong on the other one. I don't think I did. Interesting. I do apologize, people. Hold on. I'm very in tune in my little detective working here. Walker, right? Did I spell it wrong? No? See, there's just no walkers there. Unless it's like a cemetery nearby. Because there's the Whipple Cemetery, the Resurrection one, Sabina, Darling. Let's go to the Whipple one. Whipple. And say Walker. No? Is this the same battle here?
Battle here.
Oh! Is this the, one of the 9 men's misery, one of the names? One of those spirits? Again, trying to tie this with, unfortunately, Cfanns, because again, he did do a session where he went to a place that had a plaque for 9 men that unfortunately were very harmed in the past in 1776, and it was during the Phillips War. So again, I don't know if this is all being tied to, again, over there in Rhode Island, Massachusetts area. If you could confirm that, that'd be awesome. You can tap a capital if you can confirm that you guys are from that area. That'd be awesome if you could do that. No one's been activating cat balls so far. Again, all I have to do is just tap it with your spiritual fingers and it lights up and lets me know your physical spirit is here. Not just you spewing me words, which is helpful. I just think that it's interesting how I have 3 devices being used to get information. Not 3, sorry, 2 for information and 1 filming. So I would have to do a deep research on if there was a walker that was only 6. Or if there was a Harriet. Friendship. Okay. Again, that might be tied to, again, on the other side of the East Coast, or east side.
Liar.
Oh no. So you had a friendship, but one of them was a liar? Again, I mean, that makes sense. Like, unfortunately, friends can betray one another, either, stabbing them in the back or lying to them. And maybe that's because somebody mentioned earlier secrets. Maybe they kept secrets, but maybe they had a lie, like a white lie, to keep the friendship alive? Or did that lying cause the friendship to split? Just being a detective here. And I do apologize for the shaky hand because, again, I'm using one hand to hold while I'm typing and looking up information when I do get something interesting, especially a name, and if it is tied to the Elder Baloo Meeting House Cemetery. Again, it would be awesome if the spirits can tell me through the box.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. I thought it was about to say Tara. Terrifying? Again, if you were to say another name and it ends up being my name, then I guess you all know who I am. Even though I didn't really say it to everybody. I only said it to the grandparent and the aunts and uncles. They know who I am, so they can tell me through this app. Again, I got Raymond earlier. I'm still waiting for my aunt's name too. Even if it's her nickname, her real name. Yeah. So does anybody want me to help via find a grave by using this? Do you want me to help connect your family? If you're in the Elder Baloo Meeting House Cemetery, I can look you up, gather your information from Ancestry, tie you up with your family, from your parents to your siblings. If you want me to do that, you give me a name, and if you're in that list, I will look you up. Just hopefully it's not a common name like William or Walter or Mary, because there's a lot of them. Because again, I don't mind doing it. It's what I like to do on my off time. She pushed. Huh.
She pushed.
Okay. So let me get this straight. There's two ladies here. Friendship, a liar, she pushed. Is this like a friendship between Harriet and someone else? Maybe with the last name Walker? I don't know. Here, I'm going to probably have to end this for a bit and then do a part 3, I think it is now. So, if you have any last things, you got 20 seconds before I end it. 15 seconds. 10.